this reading helps so much. I always can just go back to the fact that like I can have a stressful moment and I can remember like I'm like you're only in that stressful moment right now. Tomorrow will be a little bit less or a little bit more, but you're only in this one right now. And I realize now I'm like I got reading now. I got books. Like I used to have drinking. I used to have lying. I used to have stealing. I used to have cheating in my mindset because of I didn't know how to move forward correctly. And now I'm like I can move forward correctly. And I'm like how? I'm like well, the steps are going to be very gruesome sometimes, you know, because I got to learn how to read and then apply the learning how to read to action. Reading makes um, reading makes immigrants of us all. It takes us away from home, but more important, it finds homes for us everywhere. I learned how to maneuver through the world, not knowing how to read. Also having OCD, PTSD, anxiety, stress. Like I went to prison with these things as a kid, 20 years old. And I'm like, I was managing how to just survive in these places. Then anger comes, and then you start to be like, now little rainbow unicorn running in the fields, picking dandelion and catching lightning bugs. I used to be at night catching lightning bugs, me, and seeing them float around, and just certain things. Like go climb crabapple trees and pick crab apples and eat them and laugh with your friends. That little kid just out of nowhere overnight, just like remember when you was in elementary school and that teacher put his hands on you and you said, ain't no white man that is ever going to put their hands on me again like that. Ain't no man ever going to hurt me like that again. I was like, watch. And remember when you were on the bus and you were rocking and you were counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ain't nobody going to ever hurt me again. Ain't no ever. I swear, watch one day. I was like, remember that? And you were just construing that in your head. And then like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm like you were losing you, man. I was like, remember when them kids beat you up when you were running home from school and called you shit locks and they called you snotty nose and they called you midnight. You remember that? They said if you smile, you smile so I can see you because you're too black at night. Remember that? Remember when they called you that? When they remember those jokes? Remember that joke? They said they shot a bullet at you. It'll go back and get a flashlight because you were too dark to hit you. Like that's a funny joke. But guess what? I'm like that hurt when you were 7 years old. Remember that? Those jokes? Remember when you went home and you started practicing jokes? And then you started to make joke on them and start make joke on people. And then remember people start punching you in the face. And you started fighting people. Remember guns started getting pulled on you. Remember you started thinking you gotta buy a gun. What if some people shoot you? Well, shoot, they pulling guns on me. I gotta remember that. Remember you started thinking about that. And you're like, why do I have a gun? Why do I do that? Remember when you started that? You remember that? And I'm like, I do, but I don't. I'm like, I feel like it just took control of me. I just wanted the lightning bugs. I just wanted to be back on the swing. Let me back in the sandlot. Get me out of here. I don't want to be with y'all. Get me back on the sandlot, man. Let's go play kickball. Let's go play softball, man. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to hurt. I don't want to do that. I don't got no hate against you. What's going on? That's what I started to feel. That's what I started to see. Oh, get out of here. Sorry, I got too emotional. All right. Y'all be easy.